So you've got the iPad 12.9 inch and you want to get a folio case for it. So I'm just going to give you a comparison into the two different types of iPad Pro folio cases you can get. One of these is the official Apple one, and one of them is a £10 one which you can get on eBay or Amazon. It is very hard to tell the difference from this shot about which one is the official one and which one is the cheaper copy. So in this video I'm going to go through some of the differences, and then you can make a decision whether that extra cost is going to be worth it for you. And also I'll give you my opinion on what I would do if I was going to get one of the cases, and just show you any similarities or differences between the two cases. So which one is the official Apple iPad Pro case? And the answer is this one here, just to the left hand side. They're very similar from look. This one here, you might not be picking up on the camera, it's a slightly lighter, like a charcoal colour, and this is a thick black colour on both sides. On both of the cases you don't get any logos on the back. This is the 2018 folio cases. There's nothing at all to state that it is Apple on the outside of the cases. So if we look at this one, so this is £10, Amazon or eBay. So this is the folio case. Now, when it starts to get different is when you open the cases up. So if we open up this one here, you'll see on the inside, it's got quite a grey, soft touch on the inside, quite thin, but there isn't much design to it at all. It was almost like cardboard-like design on the inside, and that is grey. Now that is a big difference to the official one, which when you open this one up, this is also the charcoal colour. You've got the Apple logo on the bottom, and it's got quite a velvet sort of touch to it, and it has slight bit more padding on the inside, so your screen's going to be a bit more protected with this case than the other one. That aside, obviously both got the camera notch. They're very similar, but obviously this one, the official one, just looks, I think, a lot better on the inside because the inside colour matches the outside. But as regards to much else, there isn't a lot in it, to be honest. It's just this one, when you open it up, it's completely different to the official iPad folio case. So regards attaching, they both attach exactly the same. They've both got magnets on the inside and on the back, where the iPad Pro will attach to it. I'll show you in a minute. So they're both, in that aspect, identical. So I've got the iPad. So this is the 12.9 iPad Pro 2018 version. So let's put it on first. I'll show you on the unofficial one. This is the £10 version. So again, you've got the iPad and it's magnets. It just clips straight on to the iPad, folds over. From holding it, the unofficial one is slightly heavier, only by a couple of grams. Also, the case is a bit slippier, just a little bit. So that's something you need to bear in mind. If you're going to be holding it a lot, say at your side or something for work, it doesn't have the same grip to it as the official one. Folds on this case are identical. So the unofficial one, you can fold it in two ways. So you can have it upright like this, or you can flip it round and then you can have it in this position here. Now the only thing with the unofficial one, like this one here, this it doesn't really stay in place. It's hard to tell from the camera, but that's meant to go flat here. Now if you're on a table or something, that's fine. It doesn't have much wobble. You can push it around and it is pretty firm. But if it was to be on your leg, or if you're watching something in bed and you've got this resting on you, this does tend to move about a bit. It's not as firm as you'll see on the Apple one. When it's in the upright position here, you can push it and it does hold the iPad in position well. So again, if you're watching it and it's on a desk, it'd be absolutely fine. If you are in bed, you might get a bit of roll, but overall, the magnets work really well on this iPad, and especially this case is only £10. Now, what I mentioned before, because there isn't much protection on the back here or grip, the case is fairly slippy on the back, so if you're going to be holding the iPad this position here, you've not got the best grip. So again, it all depends on your usability of what you're going to be using this for. If you're just going to be watching it on a desk, then it'll be absolutely fine. But if you're walking around with it a lot and it's in your hand or at your side, it may be something that you need to consider. It's not worth buying this case over the Apple one. So onto the Apple one, as you'll see, it's the exact same setup. You place the iPad on, it's on straight away, the magnets hold it in. I don't see any difference, to be honest, in the strength of the magnets on the back of the case anyway, of where it holds it in position. Once you fold this over, like I said, you can definitely tell from portability and carrying it that this provides a lot more grip than the cheaper one. Now the only thing with this iPad, because it's the 12.9 one, it is a lot bigger than the 11-inch. So portability wise is something which it does lack. So any advantage you can get to that, obviously it's going to be better for you. This, fold it over, it's the exact same. Fold it over 3 times, clips in position, perfect for on the desk. You can push it quite firm and it's not going to knock over. So if you're using it on a train or a plane, you'll be absolutely fine. You have it in this position, so if you're going to be doing some drawing or writing, then this position here is fine. If you've got it on your leg and that's not straight, then you are going to get a slight bit of wobble. But I've personally felt from testing both, the official one doesn't seem to wobble as much and it's a lot more stable than the other one. Tends to be a little bit more flimsy, not as strong and well built. The overall conclusion is, I suppose it depends on what you're going to be using your iPad for. This official one, when I released this video for the 12.9 inch, it was coming up at £99 in the Apple Store. And then when you compare it to this, which was £10, it's hard to justify spending £90 more for slightly better build case with a slightly better grip. In a nutshell, that is what you're getting. If you're going to be using the iPad daily, walking around with it, putting it in your backpack, traveling around, and you want something with a bit more better quality, something that's going to last slightly longer, then it's worth spending the money to get in the official one. If you are one who has to just use your iPad at home, or you just use it for some general browsing on a desk, or you don't travel with it daily and you use it just a few times a week at home and you're not going to be walking around with it regularly, there is nothing at all worth spending the extra £90 getting this one, when for £10 you could get this case, which is extremely similar. It's still well built, it's still grippy, it still does everything the other one does with regards to folding. It's just, it looks slightly different. But again, if you're not going to be using it daily, walking around with it, traveling, I really wouldn't recommend spending £90 extra getting the official one. I'll just mention about the other keyboard, which is obviously the Apple Smart Keyboard you can get. Now that's even more expensive. You're looking at, I think, £199 or £189 for this 12.9 inch. The keyboard on the 12.9 inch is a really full-size, decent keyboard on here, so it is easy to type on it. If you're using this as a complete laptop replacement, then if you're going to spend £100 on this case, you may as well spend a little bit more and get the one with the full keyboard, the folio keyboard on it. If you're going to be using it just as an extra to a laptop and you're not going to be typing lots and lots and lots, then you don't need that folio keyboard. The keyboard is just good enough on here for basic replying to emails. I would recommend, if this is just an iPad and you've already got a computer at home and you're not using this as a sole desktop or a laptop, then honestly, if you're not using it all the time, save your money, get this one, £10. If you haven't got the pencil, use that £90 and put it towards the pencil, because this pencil transforms the iPad completely. This is what you need if you've got an iPad, not a fancy case with a bit more grip or a bit better look to it, or a bit slightly better than the other one. Get the cheap case, £10, I'll link it in this video, and pick up the pencil. I think they can get the pencil for about £100 now, so instead of getting that, get these two. Hope you found that helpful. Please like and comment if you want to see any more similar videos to this, and I hope that helped in making your decision on what is the best case to go for your iPad Pro.